35 in the greenhouse, 35.6, and outside it's 27.5, the one right below it. It's 6:32 in the morning, and I've got something where I hope I can increase these numbers a few more degrees. Again, we're not trying to grow in the greenhouse. We're trying to just keep the figs alive, and I don't want them to get anywhere near or below 20 degrees if possible. So we're at 35 now. Got a real test coming up here. You can see on the 14th down there. So I need to get this thing going today, because that's tomorrow. Even tonight, the 13th is going to be 25 for a low, but 14 for tomorrow. So, yep. It's 34.3 in the greenhouse and 22.9 outside. 8:14. Amazon just delivered my little water heater, so I need to go out there and I need to put it in the greenhouse because it's already 25 degrees and it's not even 6 p.m. yet. So yeah, I don't know that the water's going to heat up enough to make any kind of effect tonight, but I hope so. Today, this is the first morning after the heater. It's 26 in the greenhouse and it is 11 outside. 11.2, 26.5. The 77 is the house, and the first one's the grow room, the very top one. So it's 5:26 in the morning, and it'll probably even get a little bit colder before daybreak. It's always right at light that it's the coldest. So this is the greenhouse. Right here is the thermometer validating. It's 25 degrees, 25.3 according to that. 91 humidity. There's the date and time. And if you look right here, that's an avocado. And that is super sensitive to the cold. It died back to the roots last year. But right here, down low, I don't see any damage. We are losing leaves. They haven't even fully dropped yet. And we've had several days under freezing, even in the greenhouse here. So, pretty interesting stuff. 15 degrees difference in what's going on. The water heater's over here. I will do a video on that tomorrow. I installed it after dark last night, so we'll get a temperature reading on the water in it, and then again tomorrow night we'll see if it even gets better after this is fully warm here in the barrel. Today's December 15th, and I'm going to take you out here and show you some changes I made to see if I can get a couple more degrees of warmth compared to this winter cold we're getting. The first thing, and why I'm showing you the outside, is these 5 barrels on this side, I put a large plastic trash bag over each one of them. So obviously most people know that black holds in heat better, so the sun will hit this like it is now. It's starting to come over here. You can see my shadow length here. Behind me, directly behind me, is where the afternoon sun comes in. It just beats in here. So these 5 barrels here on this side have been covered in a plastic black plastic bag. I was going to paint them, but then I would have to remove them, take out the water and all that, but I think the black plastic bags will do a sufficient enough job. So let's go in here and take a look at the other changes I made. A quick look, I'll pan around here. You can see that the fig trees, despite the really cold temperatures last night, we got, I think it was 11 degrees. Even despite the really cold temperatures, the leaves are still trying to stay on a large portion of the figs. That's good in that it tells me that they haven't gotten really cold enough to kill them off, let alone drop the leaves. So I think if I can make these little tweaks, I'll be able to keep all the long branches. Unlike last year when I had them all in the big containers like that one, they died back. Almost all of them died back to the ground, or to the top of the pot. They came up from the roots, but I think 2 of them came up low on the the tree base. So yeah, the rest died back. So that's why I'm doing all this. And I've got, you know, a good portion of the leaves. A lot of them have lost their leaves, and I did consider going in and cutting them off, but I thought, what the heck, just leave it as it is. So over there in the big one, big container there, you'll see something that looks different. That's an avocado tree. That's kind of like my canary in a coal mine. That'll signal to me once those leaves die, that tells me that it got really cold in here enough. But right now I've got the avocado, it's still growing. Now last year it was in the garage, in my garage, and it died back all the way to the top of the soil, so, or almost. But it came back. It was quite a bit bigger last year, so it did some damage, probably froze some roots, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, that's my canary in the coal mine. Okay, the setup's here. It was over here, but I moved it over here so that it could be next to this barrel here. This barrel in here has got a new fish tank heating element in it. You can see down there. And that thing has a thermostat here. It's off now, but the thermostat is set to come on, I think, naturally at 85 degrees. So the water in here should be set to 85. After I explain how the rest of the system works, I'll get a temperature here and let you see that. So this is a thermostat, and it's set to, I'm not sure if you can see it, 45 degrees there. So this doesn't let any power into this greenhouse until it gets 45 or lower. Once it gets 45 or lower, this is the fan switch. I've got a fan here that's going to blow on this barrel and blow air across it to kind of circulate the air. It's also got a 3-way plug here that you may see here that's plugged into that thermostat, and this one goes to this thermostat gate controller here for the water heater. And this one is a freeze plug that cuts on when it gets 38 degrees cold, or 38 degrees or colder, and it shuts off when it gets 50. Let me see if it's on there. It's like 50 degrees. So it cuts on automatically at 38 or lower, and it cuts off at 50. So this is got a ceramic heater here plugged into it, and I got this cover just to keep water from dripping off of it, not dripping on it and causing some issues. So this is a supplemental. The 45 degrees will turn the whole power to the whole system. That 45 degrees will automatically kick on the water heater. This freeze plug will kick on if it gets less than 38 degrees in the entire greenhouse. Then we'll have the water heating and the ceramic heater. So if the ceramic heater doesn't kick on, then this is the only one that'll kick on. So that's the difference in the complete setup here. Let me get a temperature reading on this, and we'll see what the temperature is. All right, it's on 62 right now. Now last night I was out here after dark. I'm not sure if I put that in the video prior to this, and I was taking readings, but Amazon delivered it really late. It was a 2-day delay to begin with, and then they delivered it late at night. And so I knew we were going to get down really cold. And so I came out here at night and I plugged it in and set all this up. Now, there wasn't enough time really for the water heater to run, but it looks like it got all the way up to 62.4. I'll take a reading of that barrel over there, or actually this barrel here, and we'll compare the difference in what the water heater has done. Okay, the barrel right next to it was not heated, obviously, and it's sitting at 43, so it's about 20 degrees colder than that barrel with a new heating element in it. So today I'm going to turn on the water heater and I'm going to get it up all the way up to 85 degrees, and then I won't touch it. I'll just let the system run as it needs to, and I'll monitor the temperatures tonight and see what the difference is. Now this is what the more or less water sink heating is cooling to. So I imagine those barrels over there are maybe a little bit warmer, not than this, probably a little bit warmer than this particular barrel, but the ones on the other side of the greenhouse that are still blue, they're probably about this same temperature here, as well as the two on each end here that are also blue. So and I kind of wish I could get over there and test the temperature, but it doesn't really matter. It's going to get warmer. The whole point being is if I can get the temperature up in this barrel higher than this barrel, instead of remaining somewhere around 40 something degrees, 43 is what we show here now, maybe I can get it up to about 47 or 48 degrees, and those will be a tad bit warmer, and all the blue ones and all the other locations will be comparable to this. The overall effect being the temperature of the new water heating element hopefully will bring up the overall temperature about another 2 to 5 degrees overall, and that would be absolutely perfect, because we got down, I got a video of it, I can't remember, but I think it was like 11 degrees when I checked, and it inside the greenhouse here was up here up high, as you can see here by my sensor that reads the inside house temperature. That one was around 29 degrees, I think, if I remember right. And obviously everything lower where it's warmer, the plant dirt or soil in the pots, the ground with the black landscape fabric, it's not really landscape fabric, nursery fabric, whatever you want to call it, that's all radiating heat. So from here it may have been 29, but as you get lower it's going to be 30, 32, 34 degrees, maybe down low will be even warmer. Now I have a thermostat here that you've probably seen that the camera, which is behind it, can see. So I can validate the temperature of this, which has done a really good job. They're right on with each other, so I know the temperature is about right. So those are my changes, and this is what it's doing in my greenhouse. The whole point of this whole thing was last year all the figs died back, way back. I had extreme setback, a lot of heartache, didn't get to taste some figs. It took a long time to grow back, and what I'm hoping to do is salvage the whole branch here, despite what I cut off to cause the scaffolding and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm trying to do is get all my figs to survive, even the ones that are not known for cold environments, and even get a head start on them starting to bud out and get ready for spring above what they would naturally do outside of the greenhouse. It's 7:30 in the morning on December 30th. And I moved one of the sensors into the garage because I got a couple figs in the garage. But anyway, it's 31 degrees in the greenhouse, 31.0, and it's 16.4 degrees outside on the deck. So that means there's about a 15-degree difference. And that's pretty darn significant, and I think it's going to work out really good for me. So was all of it worth it? I think so.